Today on Cassidys Craveable Creations, we're making Paleo and Keto Thin Mints that are just as good as the original Girl Scout cookies, only healthier. So these Girl Scout cookies are actually very simple to make, and we're going to start just by mixing together the dry ingredients in a bowl and setting them aside. We have blanched almond flour, cocoa powder, a 1/4 cup cocoa powder, sea salt, and baking powder. And we'll just whisk this together and set it aside. So now we're just going to use an electric mixer to beat together some room temperature butter with some keto sweetener. And you can use non-dairy butter just to be sure that it's room temperature, otherwise the texture will be off in the cookies. And for the sweetener, we're using an erythritol-based sweetener, because if you use any other kind of keto sweetener that doesn't have erythritol in it, they won't crisp up like we need them to be. Okay, so let's just beat this, and keto sweeteners take just a little bit longer to incorporate than other sweeteners, so it might take 2 or 3 minutes to get it fully incorporated. It's all nice and incorporated now. It took a couple minutes. It's soft and fluffy. And so now we're going to beat in 1 egg and a 1/2 teaspoon of pure peppermint. Thank you. Okay, let's combine this. Now we'll just really slowly beat in the dry ingredients that we prepped earlier. So now it's all mixed and we have a nice thick batter, and what we're going to do is we're going to pour it or scoop it into this plastic wrap and put it in the fridge and let it chill for 1 to 2 hours, or you can put it in the freezer until it's thoroughly chilled and it won't take quite as long. Okay, do you have a spoon there for me?
Get you a new spoon.
Okay, we'll get a new spoon. I love that peppermint smell. Yeah. Okay. I guess we could have put it in a plastic baggie too, but I don't know. I just always put it in plastic wrap, and I just kind of just wrap it up. And I try to not put it in a super big ball. I kind of flatten it out some so it chills a little faster. Okay, so we're just going to go put this in the fridge and let it chill, and then we'll meet you back here. So these had a chance to thoroughly cool in the fridge, and I'm going to have you roll them out. Your very favorite thing in the world.
My arch nemesis.
Yeah, and we want to roll these out real thin because I want to put this on top so the parchment paper doesn't stick. I almost forgot. Yeah, I always like to put plastic wrap over whatever I'm rolling out because it comes off really easily. You can see what you're doing, and it keeps the rolling pin from sticking. Real thin, 1/4 of an inch thick, which is pretty thin because they are thin mints after all. Do I need to hold it for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at that.
It's easier if you start in the middle and go out. There we go. Perfect.
Perfect on rolling?
Yeah.
Nice.
Doing good.
Is it going to be a circle?
It can really be any shape that we want, and then we're going to take either a cookie cutter or the top of a cup to make little circles. We're going to cut it out, and then with the leftovers we can re-roll it and re-cut them out. I should have put something underneath the counter so it didn't move so much. I didn't even think about it.
Rolling is just...
He hates rolling.
There's something about it.
It's his arch nemesis.
I think it's the pressure I feel now. It's in my head.
Wow. When I said any shape, you just really went after
You said
it.
any shape.
I know. It can be any shape. It's just funny. Okay. Nice and thin here. I even brought my little tape measure. I have a hard time telling how thick 1/4 of an inch is.
Does it have to be exact?
No, it doesn't have to be exact. I tend to get them too thick. But I think this is good. Okay, let's take this off and we'll cut them out, cut out the circles. And if you have a cookie cutter, obviously you can use a round cookie cutter, but I couldn't find mine, so I'm just using the top of a glass. Okay, so we're just gonna cut out some circles here. Okay, let's take off the excess here. Okay, so we're just going to use a flat spatula to transfer the cookies to a lined baking sheet. Ooh, it's not coming off there. You want to get some more? So we're going to put all these cookies on the baking sheet, re-roll the excess dough, cut out some more, keep doing that until we're done. And then when all the cookies are cut out and on the baking sheet, we're going to put them in the freezer for just like 10 minutes and then bake them in the oven at 350 degrees. And then while they're baking, we'll meet you back here to make the chocolate coating. So for the chocolate coating, we're going to melt some coconut oil with some chocolate chips in our little homemade double boiler over here. We have some water boiling in a small saucepan and a heat-proof bowl over the top. And you want to be sure that the bowl doesn't touch the water because then it'll get too hot, and chocolate ruins if it gets too hot or melts too fast. So we can add the chocolate. Oh, and one more thing, I like to use Chalk Zero chocolate chips. They're keto and paleo, and they are my absolute favorite, but you can use any chocolate chips you like. Just make sure that they're good quality because they're going to be a big part of the taste. And Lakantos also well, but I really think I prefer the Chalk Zero if you're on the fence. Okay, so we'll just add this to our bowl. It's loud. With some coconut oil. No, that's the peppermint. I have coconut oil, yeah, right there. There's 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Yeah, it'll make it nice and shiny and help the chocolate set up nicely. And we're just going to melt this, and then we're going to add some peppermint. Well, this looks delicious, doesn't it?
Super good.
You want to put some peppermint in? We have pure peppermint. Depending on how much peppermint you prefer, you can add 1 to 2 tablespoons.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's good.
1. I think we should.
Okay.
We want it to be very minty.
Very minty. I love mint. Okay, I'll show you how to dip them. We just take the cookie and we drop it in the chocolate and kind of flip it over with the what is this called? A fork. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we just kind of let the excess drain a little bit, and then we'll set it on a lined baking sheet right there.
Okay. That is awesome.
Yeah. So delicious.
I thought when you said dip, it was just like a little tiny dip.
No, we are covering them in this awesome mint chocolate.
We are soaking them in this.
Yeah. This is difficult. Here, just go ahead. Perfect. Okay, this is so good. I can already tell. So once we get these all dipped in chocolate, all we're going to do is put them in the fridge or freezer to set up, and that's it. And they're going to be ready to go, and I can't wait to try these.
Me neither.
They smell so good. This, the cookie, I can already tell it's nice and crispy, like a little wafer, and this chocolate is going to be delicious because I tasted of it, and I know.
You cheated.
I cheated.
I couldn't have it.
And we used a pretty large cup to cut these out, but you can use a smaller cup or a smaller cookie cutter, and you can even roll them out thinner if you prefer thinner, smaller cookies. We made ours kind of on the larger side. So the chocolate hardened in the fridge, and then we just removed some of the excess chocolate around them, and I'm really excited to try them. What about you?
They look great.
Okay. I'm going to try one from over here. Are you?
Yeah, that looks too pretty.
I know. I made it to try, and now it's too pretty to eat.
Oh, they're awesome.
Really good.
Bite.
Nice little crispy wafer in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's real pepperminty.
Super good.
And the chocolate's so good. I can't wait for you to try these.
Yes, and if you like these, then be sure and like us down below.